I can go anywhere. Check one. Syphilis. Syphilis. Maybe a little bit louder than usual. Check two. Syphilis. Syphilis.
Here I come to save the day.
Oh.
Fucker.
May.
Fucker.
God. Maddie. Cheesy. How dare. Where did I put my really inconvenient spot for that to be? How is everybody? It's in a book. Just take a look. The Reading Rainbow. I've noticed. So it sounds like you're having an awesome day, Blink Dog. Awesome day. I looked at the I went thrifting the other day and I was looking at those electronics. So many like old like surround sound, like, you know, those things, or like sound bar stuff, but nothing that was like really, nothing that felt like retro. Every time I go, I'm looking. I can go anywhere.
Oh, bro. Guy stinks.
No! You too, Sashi? How am off if I go into a thrift shop? Probably once a week on average. I'm probably going to go to 2 or 3 of them on Monday or Tuesday because I got some time. Would you, Sashi? Love to go thrifting. Yeah, that's kind of the issue. Like, so on Facebook Marketplace, Blink Dog, everyone wants a shitload of money for something stupid, or it's just it doesn't exist. Like at the thrift shops, which is very surprising. Cause I would get like one of those old Commodore like computers. Kaylin. Well, Sashi, you're just gonna have to come to Rockford. You're just gonna have to move to Rockford, Sashi. There's a lot of thrift in here. Ugh, I know. It's a pain in the butt. Can't believe you're booing me again, Kaylin. Hi, Richards. All right, let's talk about this reference, everybody, because I'm not really feeling this reference yet. You should really stop that, Kylan. Let's talk about this reference. Anyone else not feeling this reference? Ah! Damn you! So here, let's just, maybe I could, so here's the problem. Kevin's legs don't move on account of the alcoholism. I feel like there's no... Okay. there's a point in a contrary point. I feel like there's not a clear message, but that's kind of like the Kevin's lore. Absolutely, Sashi. It actually is a very safe state for cheese. And cheese accessories. It's like absurd, but it's not at the same time. To me, it feels sloppy. So I threw a fish in there. There's Four Locos. There's other bottles. I have the brick background. I have the pill bottles. I do like that it's kind of like making fun of like old-timey, like busy still lifes a little bit. What are we thinking here, everybody? The contrast on yours is a lot more than mine. Just FYI. Let's see, the angle I'm looking at it is more like this. Anyone got any thoughts on this? Anyone? How you doing, Kobits? I don't know if I like it. I think it has potential too. So one idea I was thinking about was getting some fishing line and hanging the Four Locos around his head, like in the air. Kind of like that old joke of like somebody getting punched and you see stars around them, where Kevin sees Four Locos, but I don't have fishing wire and I don't have an apparatus to mount those things in the air. What about more profile, Kevin? I wanted to make sure his face was fully in here for the first one, Richards. I might need to find a mobile, yeah. Lit from bottom could be a thing.
This man!
Kaylin. Lighting from bottom could be interesting. Should I try that right now? Like lit from the bottom right, maybe? What would that change? I was also thinking, I got several of these like fake fish. Yeah, it's probably a good idea to try. I got several of these fake fish. I was thinking about doing those in the air, like hanging in the air just randomly. Like just obviously very absurdist in nature. Let me go change the lighting and I'll bring it back there. Here, you're just gonna look at the white canvas while I change this up. that's creepier. I think that's creepier. There's that, Maddie. But I don't think that's an argument for not like for a setup. The lower light might be better. It's, you know, it's funny. The lower light kind of is like he was caught, you know, with all this shit around him, like the pills and like the Four Locos and. I think I like this lighting better. Definitely more dramatic. You're definitely seeing more saturation, and it's a little bit darker on your end. Like, oh, sorry. What you're seeing right now is a little bit more contrasty. I think I like this lighting better. You can see this lighting is where I have off to the side. That's what's lighting this. By the way, I was trying to work. This is something else I bought. I bought this yesterday or 2 days ago. It's from Texas Instruments, everybody. It plays music. Texas Instruments made this. I was trying to fit Rudy in there somehow. You know what? Hold on. The mannequin like that kind of works for me. But then it changes. My aspect ratio changes. Can I work in the mannequin? Let's just leave this as Kevin. If you shrunk the table to make it more of a bedside. Well, I don't know how much of the table I'm getting in there, Shasta. Right? Texas Instruments made that clown, Laura. The one who made your calculators. Like, we could have the mannequin behind him where you just see like a weapon or a knife. Cleaver. I can go anywhere. What's also tough is there's a lot of detail. I'm sitting far away from this, but let's get started. We're gonna roll with this. If anybody has any cool suggestions, feel free. I'm listening. Okay, wait. I didn't think it was that far back. Oh wait, because I zoomed. Calculator in hand. I'd have to find my old one. Plus, I never really used the TI-89. I like the version down. 83, I think it was. I remember some people putting all of their test notes into their TI-89 to cheat in college. But it seemed like way more trouble than it was worth. All right, let's get our paint. Just take a look, it's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Fuck. It's kind of an annoying spot. This canvas is 24 by 24 inches, everybody. 24 by 24. What am I missing? Blues, reds. I'm missing yellow. Other yellow. Also, we got, I think, a little bit of bad news for people. A little bit of bad news. Oh my god. Kaylin, stop booing me. Unbelievable. Little bit of bad news. Most likely won't affect most of you. The news is... Oh my god! Nordic, you too? The bad news is, I just keep on getting booed though. My feelings get hurt. The news is the place where I was getting my pigment from no longer is selling, it seems like. So there is a chance my paint prices will have to increase. There's a good chance that I'll have to increase. Rude. Rude. Just letting everybody know. The ones that will probably be hit the hardest is
Fool this man!
the Pyrrole Red, Pyrrole Scarlet, and Bismuth Yellow. Oh, gotcha. Well, I went there. The quality seemed very similar. And I could get them for decent enough prices. But I checked yesterday, or 2 nights ago, and all of their pigments were unavailable. So I don't know if it's because of the tariffs and they're waiting to see what the how tariffs are going to hit. That's my guess. Because that's the other thing, everybody, is tariffs will most likely hit a lot of pigments hard. So yay for that. Really, Maddie, could you send me a link to like what, like just an example? Would you mind sending me that in Discord just so I can see? I don't know. Oh, yeah, I heard about that. The newer one for any like $800 or lower or something. Yeah, just any way to fuck us, right? Like, let's just create inflationary taxes that disproportionately affect poorer people. Life is wonderful, everybody. It really is. It's so great. So, Trump, like a couple days ago, created an executive order that exempted items from like under $800 or $500 from tariffs. So, theoretically, if you were to order something from Canada, Kaylin, I don't know if you're in the United States or not. I forgot where you're from. I don't think you are. But in the United States, if we got something now from Canada that was worth $30, it would be exempt from tariffs. Now it's not. Yeah, I thought you were from Australia. In my blind rage, my blind fury, in my, how you say it, Rutger Hauer blind fury. I hope somebody gets that reference. In my Rutger Hauer blind fury, I forgot. Did anyone get that reference? Pretty blatant one. Yeah, nobody did, huh? Well, I mean, your friend has no clue what they're talking about. Rutger Hauer starred in a movie called Blind Fury, where he plays a blind man who is also a really good ninja. Hi, Omizu. And the movie's just him kicking ass as a blind man. It's worth a watch. It's worth a watch. Blind Fury, everybody. Jesus Christ. I don't want to deal with that. I'm gonna get a different one. Let's see. Sexism, racism, the inflation that he caused in his first term, like the global inflation and the you know, not to mention his inflationary taxation. That's pretty much why. Well, yeah. I mean, Republicans do a crazy amount of voter suppression, and they vote against every pro-voter like law. So that too. Like I said, it's wonderful here. Our country is politically nuts. I'm not, like, you don't need to say sorry for that. Why can't I find the yellow that I was using yesterday? Yellow, come on. It's like I didn't put it back in the box. Or do I just use the one yellow today? Fuck. Oh, drop the phone. That's good. Let's see the same yellow. Okay, we're just gonna use one yellow today. Kaylin, what did he admit that you were referring to that I don't know what you're implying? Come on, come on. That's a... There's a lot more paint here than I expected. Okay. A lot more. So let's do... that. I'll cover this up one more time. Do you have to put your paint on a mini condiment cup? No, that's I cut the aluminum tube because this was the bismuth yellows clump up if you don't put any of the aluminum stearate in there, and so this was before I put aluminum stearate in there. So when you like have a bunch of little tubes, the paint like separates from the oil a lot, and it like you have to like scrape it out of there. Hi, Salt. Well, there's also just massive voter suppression, Salt. I'm just gonna open up the oil today because it's been very easy lately. No oil contest today, everybody. Too bad. Right, yeah. Yep. And I think you knew that too. It's just, you know, that is something important with like the efforts of Texas and Georgia, specifically those two states and their aggressive voter suppression, but it happens across pretty much every red state. Mississippi, Alabama. Yep. They get rid of, that's why they don't want to do early voting too. Yep. Well, just the fact that, like, people need to register to vote, Salt. Like, there's that horseshit that they're not automatically registered to vote, like in countries in India. Like, there are, like, plenty of countries that automatically register you to vote. I don't hate talking about it, Maddie, because I'm getting more and more pissed off and more confrontational about it. Can't wait for Devin to make an appearance. That is true, Omizu. Who's the YouTuber that's giving out false information about paint? It's a woman who is the worst offender. They do shorts where they specifically are like they literally said, do you know you can make a purple by mixing yellow and blue? And they're talking about ultramarine violet involving a blue chemical and a yellow chemical. And that chemical reaction results in ultramarine violet. And then they act like every paint is super toxic, so they show a video of them wearing a respirator and gloves and like a hazmat suit. And then they're just dealing with like lead white or manganese blue. And manganese blue is not a toxic pigment. They lock up their cobalt pigments in their poison drawer. They do shit like that, and it disgusts me. I don't know their name at the moment, Omizu. But pretty much every art YouTuber I've encountered, Omizu, does not know what they are talking about materials wise. Because even ones like Draw Mix Paint has said some things that are just not true regarding materials, but they know more than usual. It's just fucking everywhere. Hell, I was watching a guy. It was a thing about it was a YouTube channel about like awesome apartments, and he got the New York like art societies like awesome, like I think they're called a brownstone, but it's like a 3,500 or 4,000 square feet apartment in like, what was it, uptown New York, like the best spot in New York, that he got to live there for rent control, like very little money, if not for free. And he's like a portrait painter, and blah blah blah. But he was talking like he in that video where he was showing off his place, he gave out some terrible art advice. He managed in a non-art video to give out horrible art advice. So that woman with like purple hair or like dyed hair, Omizu, you should not listen to them. Please, God. However, Natural Pigments or Rublev Colors, I think they go by, gives out the best information on YouTube's. Because they actually do studies, and they refer to studies, and they actually go through a scientific method. They don't just say, I feel. The Rublev Colors, Omizu? The only thing that they do that annoys me, which is a subjective thing, it's not an effective, is like, they just refer to things as like beautiful colors, and they like, since they like old pigments, they talk about like older, like desaturated pigments that they have to use a lot. And, as a company, I get their philosophy, but I would like them to embrace modern pigments as well. But that's why badly made paints exist. I'm the Rublev of modern colors. Okay. Where's my viewfinder? I didn't pick it up. God damn it. Beans and toast. Cheese and biscuits. How many brushes do I need? Use you. Probably let's go with, for these bigger ones, I've noticed doing one brush on the block in is a lot more difficult. So we're gonna do at least probably 3. One for the brights, one for the darks, one for the midtones. Also, everybody, huge news. My next stream won't be till Wednesday, because I'm going to be working on Monday. Shut up, Maddie. That's not a hooray. Oh my god. I know, it's a sad day, everybody. You'll have to make do. Alright? Resort to cannibalism if you have to. Alright? Okay. Alright, we got our brushes. Let me go grab my viewfinder, which I unfortunately did not grab when I changed the lighting. Use your thumb. Well, Kevin is too drunk to know what's going on, Shasta. Okay? Kevin's been drinking Four Locos and eating Quaaludes all day. Alright? He likes to call them quails. Alright, so we're doing a square canvas. So we got a, I made this viewfinder square. What's his sitting fee? 2 Four Locos and not calling the cops. So yeah. That's our setup. Like I said, I don't really like it that much. But maybe we'll change it after the block-in. Get a few more days to think about it. And hi, Dia. It kind of fits well, though. Hi, Cranky Martini. It's alright, I'm just viewfinding. I was gonna use this for midtones. What are we talking about? Best not touch what? Dia, that will be a warm day in hell. Okay. All right. When I try and do those easy photographs of things, hack. So, like, you know, painting that dog and painting from that photograph, boy, did I still enjoyed painting, right? But boy, do I hate photographs. You wouldn't believe how much different it feels. You would not believe how much different it feels. After going for what I have been doing for like the past like 3 months straight, it felt so much different. Like less stressful, but like not necessarily in the good way. So like, has anyone ever played a video game that's like kind of just constantly stressful, but it doesn't necessarily bother you? Like 7 Days to Die is a game I kind of referred to that, right? Or at least it used to be. Did I fuck that up? You play happy video games? Perfect center lines. Tetris. Tetris is a good example. Yeah, you're never too old for video games. You never know, you might find something that brings you a lot of happiness. But painting from life, like these bigger setups, is really reminiscent of that. Where it's just like too many. I don't know, is that embarrassing for you, Dia? Might have to, Cranky. So like painting from life like this feels more challenging and like you're stressed out, but like then there's like the differences where like I noticed my approach to color felt off with the dog in contrast. And I proudly stand up. Maybe. See, that's adorable, Sasha. Oh, it looks a lot darker than I thought. Let's juice this properly. Yes, Shasta, that. It felt like easier, but not at the same time. Because like, right, your job becomes the copy, right? Ultimately. And I get it's like, okay, I'm copying what I'm seeing, but I have a lot more liberty here. Well, that's coming from me, and so no, but I gotta figure out my lighting setup better, Dia, because I'm still figuring out my light revolution. Tradition. Hey, Biggs, how you doing, bud? Nice to see ya. I hope you've been well. Oh, no shit. Awesome, dude. That sounds great. I'm doing well. Just starting a new painting with a newer prop. That's but glad to hear you're doing well, bud. Well, it sounds like cool places to visit. Like Mr. Miyagi. Kevin Miyagi? No, it's Kevin Gamblin. It's a new prop, Biggs. It's a new prop. Look at it! Everyone look right now. You're saying, D, I'm forever doomed to be alone? Oh, I see it. You're talking about a plasticia? Don't be a pervert. How did that get so much, how does that look so less dark? That really didn't make sense to me. Maybe it's a little further down. Hmm. 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 Too much yellow. Too much oil on that. Yep, too much blue. Don't have good control of this brush. Needs to go more neutral, I think. Red. Care about that red getting in there. I just try and look and keep track of it in my head. Because I'm looking, it's 90 degrees. You know, I'm turning my head all the way to the right. So I have to look at what I'm doing, like brush stroke, you know, like with my brush. So I have to try and keep it in my head. Kevin would take offense to being called a prop. That's too bad. Maybe if he could get his life together. Kevin. Bastard. He called him a reference. Well, Kevin is an international man of mystery who loves his Quaaludes and Four Locos. Too much red on that, I think. Too much oil in that, I think. Heads already too long, I think. I think I need to make the face smaller. That hand might be a lot tinier. So this is kind of like that stress that I'm talking about, where it's like just normal drawing, right? Well, yeah, it is complex, and that's what I was talking about earlier, because I did a painting from a photo yesterday, or finished one, of a dog, and I was kind of talking about how odd it felt relative to this. How it's easier, but not, but like, and I described painting like this as like stressful, but not like in a bad way. Just as in like just constantly being challenged. God damn it, I'm missing the ice cream truck for this. Unbelievable. Can't believe I'm missing the ice cream truck. I might. I wanted that Superman popsicle. Well, hopefully soon we could get some of the background outlined. This is where the magic began. I was lonely, I was having fun. Start all over again. Wait, what does Kevin do while I'm sleeping? He's shitting in the fridge again. I'm gonna be pissed. He's a fridge shitter. And a bed shitter. He shits in my bed sometimes. Like on top of the covers. Still, yeah. That little fucker. Yeah, so like he'll walk in and then shit on my bed while I'm sleeping in it. I know it's not me because it's on top of the blankets. And I've never been a bed shitter. But Kevin seems like the type to be a bed shitter. Neither. He's a roommate. He's a roommate, Cranky Martini. I know. It's a terrible situation I found myself in. Having fun. And I wanna start all over again. Here. Yeah. So that's the center line. Oh, was that the wrong brush? Somehow I got a bunch of white there. My shoulder's tired already. Don't know why. Feels a little tight. I haven't had shoulder pain in a little bit. I'm not whining. So quick. Over again. I was lonely, I was having fun. Let me just see. Shit. That was fun. I think it only shattered into, it only broke in 3 pieces. Broke my glass. I think it's just 3 pieces. That's all right. It's a glass from the dollar store. Let me go put this somewhere. Oh, I'm barefoot right now, Dio. Sorry, I'm due to cut my foot with glass. 1 second. Yep. Yeah, right. Don't worry. My foot is only hemorrhaging mildly. So don't worry, everybody. No, I didn't cut my foot. I did not. It was just a shocker. All right. Let's get back to it. Why would Kevin be cursed? I don't think bed shitting is a curse. I just think that's bad, being a bad roommate. Missing yellow paint. That is true. I couldn't find that one yellow paint. I don't think he's cursed. I gave him 4 locos. I'm painting him. You're telling me, assuming that a doll is not cursed and then just giving him 4 locos would exacerbate a cursed doll situation? Aren't I lucky I don't believe in any of this? You know what? Maybe you are all lucky. Since I don't believe in any of this, you get to benefit from this. Maybe four. Wait, you mean I only gave him 3 4 locos. Are you saying I need more four locos, Kobits? No, they didn't, Sashi. I know the story. That shit's all made up, yo. Ed and Lorraine Warren were some of the biggest con artists in the history of paranormal. You think I need a case? Okay, all right. I'll get more for Loco for Kevin. Maybe I'll get sponsored by Four Loco. Yeah, the dude who owns the Annabelle doll is a notorious scam artist. I forget his name. I've watched several videos on it. He was on that 28 days like paranormal shit. I also think he has affiliation with like a bad sex offender. Hi, Autonet. I watched the debunking paranormal quite a bit, Sashi. I'm real fun at parties. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to believe in all this. Yeah, it's that guy, the guy who owns the Annabelle is just, or the original Raggedy Ann doll is just milking it for all the money that they can. A real hoot. Exactly. How are you today, Ada? And didn't mean to jump down your throat on that one. That was just I've watched a lot of shit on that, and I get really angry about the fake paranormal stuff. I don't get really angry about it. It's just like when I watch politics and shit. Yeah. Still pumping blood just despite everyone? Good. Kobits, are you somebody from Twitch? Or are you new? Are you new to the stream? Oh, okay. I mean, okay. Gotcha. I didn't know your YouTube handle. Good, Emmy, good. Thank you for watching on YouTube. I do need more viewers on YouTube. I need more viewers all around. But it's okay. Can I open this up? Is there a hole in these gloves? I was having fun. Yeah, you could. I'd rather have ethics, personally. But we'll see. You never know. Why? No real reason why. I think it's better to live with ethics than not, so I'd rather not be a hypocrite. If I expect other people to have ethics, I should have them. Now the question is, what do I consider unethical? was with you until they say he took to get some practice. Fair enough. Also, everything's subject to change, right? If they say they like, but like, what's the point of buying viewers, really? Like, you know, like getting like, does just making partner matter that much? If you don't have regular viewership? I don't know. It matters when you have regular viewership. Completely agree. I'm painting walls white. You're larger than life on my TV, and Kevin is terrifying on big screen. Needs to be more red. This deep red I'm not hitting well. Kevin loves them, Drez. I don't wanna stop. I mean, he's technically not homeless at the moment. He is my roommate. Big mistake. He does not pay rent, no. But he has to pose for any painting I demand, including nudes. Nope, he doesn't. Having fun. I was lonely at home. I wanna start all over again. What, to pay rent or to paint? I did it for the painting. Occasional nude painting. Never the squirrel hands. No, if these fuckers made money, then yes. But none of these fuckers work. Have you seen Ricardo? He's been on a month-long siesta. And siesta. They are freeloaders. See? You're all coming around. You'll get it. Why I criticize them so much. Don't even get me started on Rudy. Rudy, that fucker. You know what Rudy's into right now? Daytime court TV. He says he lost his bar license, so now he watches like old Judge Judy in the People's Court all day. All day. Rudy, that fucker. He criticized them. He's like, oh, I would have made that decision. Yeah, Rudy is just awful. Plus, like, Rudy likes to eat oysters and drink red wine. It's expensive. I don't have that money, so he complains. I just tell him to get it himself. And then he says he's broke because he just got sued. Apparently got sued for something. He won't tell me what he got sued for. What did he get sued for, Dia? I'd like to know. This is the world we live in. Oh. Being a dick? I didn't think that could get you sued anymore. Greenbag, can being a dick still get you sued? Greenbag would know. Cancel culture strikes again. Cancel culture doesn't exist. You know he will, once he catches wind of it. That's how Greenbag operates. God, I hate Greenbag. Straight Pyro Red might have been better for this one. Maybe I'll put that out there for next go around. This is the world we live. Oh, God. Well, see, that's... When stuff mixes, take an extra brush stroke. The more medium is in both layers too, the more it will mix, FYI. That's why solvent, if you put solvent on top of solvent, it mixes so much. If you hadn't noticed. I don't know why I said it in that accent, but I did. I regret nothing. You animals. You filthy animal. Is it still that bright? Yeah. I do like accents, I think. I can't really do a lot of them. I can kind of do impressions more. But I'm a little self-conscious to do impressions. Couldn't you? You used to laugh about everybody that was hanging out, and now you don't talk so loud. Now you don't. Nice. Oh, how does it feel? Oh, how does it feel? Like a rolling stone. I realize I sing a lot, huh? Songs just get stuck in my head. You don't like it, you can go to hell. Like a Rolling Stone. A few moments ago. Icing a lot? What do you mean icing? Like Smirnoff icing? Like that one trend? Yeah, you were a big fan of icing people, right? Once. You don't recall icing, Dio? By seeing a lot. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, you know these things. I don't catch these things. You know that sometimes I miss your complex humor, okay? But I ask you to be patient. All right? Do you judge a Michelangelo painting right off the bat? No, you sit back and you look at it.
Wow, wow, wow.
Gibbsmo! Thank you so much. Everybody check out those primes. This is not a sexy Santa. This is a elf that was fired. And dishonorably discharged. And now they're in a life of Four Loko and Quaalude madness. Like that. Oh, that makes a lot of sense to me. How you doing, Gibbsmo? What's new? This is the new prop. The new prop. Kevin Gamblin is his name. Kevin Gamblin. Let's all zoom in for everybody. You guys haven't had a zoomed in shot recently. That's Kevin. Everybody look at this! Look at this now! Look at it! Fine. Because you don't want to look at it so badly. Sneak attack! Did I get any of you? Did I get anybody? Who pooped? Who pooped? Sashi pooped? Okay, that's one. That's one. Sashi pooped, everybody. It's kind of, you know, it's a question you got to ask yourself whether you actually enjoy the thing that you like think you enjoy, right? Why wouldn't we discuss it, Dia? Or what'd they say? What was his advice? Turn it on and off again? What wedding agent did you use? Oh, gotcha. Because I did a sneak attack showing of Kevin, Dia. What wedding is it? Water just a wedding it? Orutan? I've never heard of that. Interesting. So did it work? Did they at least check their batches? Because they most likely added something. They must have added some, like, that's not how burnt umber is. Like, I don't think there's something in burnt umber that would cause it. Just, I know it always usually takes a lot, like, you know, a lot of binder, but I think they added something on accident to that, or added too much. With the pigment on its own, Drez? What'd he say? I don't buy that. I really don't, Drez. I think he's just covering his base there. So many pigments have tons of clay in it. I think that they just probably got a tainted batch of pigment that maybe had bentonite in it. Something like that. Or a starch. I could see Burnt Umber not liking acrylics, but to that extent, I think if that was an issue like that, I don't think they'd make Burnt Umber and acrylics. I don't know, it just seems odd. Just seems odd. One thing I'm kind of doing, everybody, is I'm getting a little hung up on details, huh? Anyone else notice that? Anyone else? Hey, Badly, you're painting a lot of details right now, like an asshole. Pussy dicking around, exactly, Mud. Exactly. Oh, let's stop pussy dicking, huh? That's what she said. Is it? I think that'd be like wouldn't that be like kind of like breaking up? You know, let's stop pussy dick. What, really? You're fucking when you should be slapping. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. I didn't know. Snuck in through the bathroom window. I'm hungry. Came in through the bathroom window. I can wait. But I can wait. Funny enough, I just ordered some snacks off of Amazon because I couldn't find these pretzels that I tried the other day that I really like. And they should be in. But it would require me to walk all the way downstairs. Like 4 flights. Ish. Yeah, I don't have any of that. I could. Or I could just do a little talk while I munch on some pretzels. I'm not necessarily that uncomfortable. I'm just like, I just kind of noticed that I would like to eat something. But it's not like hunger pains. It's just like, it's kind of like circadian hunger a little bit. I could probably wait it out too. I would love some empanadas right now. How are you doing today, Mud, by the way? I would love there. You know, there's not. I live by a bunch of Mexican. You know, I live in a town with a big Mexican population. Not a lot of empanada shops. The bear drop of space. And Krispy Kreme parking lot. What's the bear drop of space? Oh, bear drop off. Gotcha. Did you get Krispy Kremes? Nice. Good for you. Good for you. I haven't had good donuts in a while. I would like some donuts. Oh, nice. Half price on us? Here's my deal. In my mind, there are 2 types of hobbies. Ones that require lots of continuous practice painting and ones that are more knowledge-based beekeeping. I want to paint casually, but I realize I'll never be really satisfied with my work without serious commitment. And to me, it might not just be worth it. I'd rather just bask in others' art. Yeah, I want donuts too. All right, Gibsmo. If you enjoy it enough for it to become a hobby worth doing, the question of how much work it would take would not be a thing. That is my opinion. If you enjoy, like, if you enjoyed it enough. Do you get what I'm saying, dog? The suck is a part of any hobby, but this, like, if you enjoy the hobby, the suck becomes irrelevant. Right? Be happy to create. Yeah. Like, I understand wanting to be good. Don't get me wrong, I want to improve. And being good is something, but if I still sucked at painting, I would still paint. Right? It doesn't factor into my decision making, you know? So maybe you just gotta reevaluate, Gibsmo. Yeah. So, you know, and maybe this type of painting is not your thing, but there might be other art hobbies that are. But maybe it's just video games. Maybe it's just making your own mead. Maybe it's about vintage pornography. Like Greenbag. And that's nothing to be ashamed about. I kind of have told that to a lot of people, by the way, Glubhub, that like, why do I have motivation issues and stuff? And I think a lot of the time it's just because they don't enjoy it as much as they want to. Oh, look at you. Yeah, you got a lot of shit. Yeah. Yeah, that's why. And, you know, it's just like, you know how there's people who, like, you know, just like, you might enjoy like art critique, like looking into actual like reviewers too. If you like watching, but not necessarily doing, you might like getting involved into like art reviewers and read their work. Because there's plenty of people who reviewed art who never did, you know. Beekeeping and did you do that on purpose, by the way? Mead brewing on purpose? Did you start the other one because you had so much honey, or did you need so much honey that you started the other one? It was a smart move. Smart move. There you go. Yeah. My I have an uncle that beekeeps right by me, and he told me how many pounds that he makes a year, or how much a single, you know, beehive makes, and it just seems like such a natural pairing. I told him, like, yeah, if you, like, you know, you could get into making your own mead, but he's not the type anyways. But like, it makes sense with how much honey you go through with mead. Evening, Rochburns. Let me check to see if my pretzels even came in. Yeah. Well, I mean, with the amount that it makes. I didn't know you did beekeeping, Rochburns. Is that why your crotch burns? Okay, my snacks did come in. Yeah, then you could buy queens, or like you can get queens from their process of making new ones. But sometimes the hives get too big and they start a new hive. My uncle was explaining to me how that works. So then that's how you can have them like basically breed a new hive. Oh, I'd love to have apple trees. Oh my god. I need a home like that. With some fruit trees on the land itself. If I had a place with like an apple tree and a pear tree and maybe cherries. Same, Sashi, but I'd like to get one that already has it. Too many Four Locos. True. All right, we're gonna take a break while I go walk a ton of stairs to go get some snacks. A mango tree would be cool. Mango trees don't really happen in the Midwest, though. I will get my pretzels. I'm gonna eat them. I also need more water because I broke the water glass. Okay, let me do this and that and this and wait. Hold on. What about that? Let me do this. Okay. Jackfruit would be cool. All right. Probably a 6 to 7 minute break. I'm gonna run ads. We'll see everybody soon. Oh my god, we're back. All right. Haven't eaten any pretzels yet. But we're gonna start this new portion of the stream. Sponsored pretzel time. So these are the pretzels that I ordered. I got barbecue original and honey mustard. So we're gonna try these. I tried Southwest the other day. I'm like, oh shit, these are good. I never had them before. Oh hell yeah. Oh yeah, it smells like the butter is what caught me, like originally on these Southwest ones. Oh hell yeah. Yeah, these are original. Boy, are these good. I got honey mustard and barbecue. I brought up the original. I felt like trying let's just try the original. Sophie Kana, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. We're in this new portion of stream called Let's Eat Pretzels. All right. Yeah, Dot's Pretzels. I never had them before. I tried some at like that job. The guy next to me brought out a bag. He's like, "Oh, I have some." I'm like, oh, I usually don't, but I took one. I'm like, holy shit, that was good. That's right, everybody. We're mukbanging right now. And this doesn't seem like a bad price. I got this for $5. I got this for $5. It's 16 ounces. A little bit. That might be the Southwest one, Mud, because I'm just getting like butter and umami in this one. Yeah, this was $5 for this. For a pound. It just might be umami. This MSG, good old MSG. Let's see. Is that a lot, Rochburns? It does not seem expensive to me. Dehydrated garlic. There's a MSG. Dehydrated onion. Citric acid. They have natural and artificial flavor in there that... Yeah. I do think I get a little... I think this is a garlic or onion. What country do you live in, Rochburns? These are also kind of higher quality than shitty chips. Sweden? Oh. Yeah. Very good. I love this. These are snacks worth having. So that's what they look like. They're just like thin rods, but like very like buttery, not too crunchy. They're not really dry for pretzels. Like I haven't like felt like dehydrated from these. Obviously the salt will get to me. Yeah, I mean, they're too, like, they're almost, like, in the more in the reign of, like, buttered popcorn. Yeah. No, breadsticks is better. Yeah, I'm not a snack guy, Roch Burns, but I bought these out of like a, hey, let's see if Amazon has these, because I had to order some other stuff off of Amazon. And they did, and I thought the price was decent enough, so I got them. I normally don't buy snacks or chips or anything like that. All right. All right, good. The entire 1 pound bag is done, finished. I ate them all. The entire thing. All right, now we're moving to our next segment of the stream, everybody. The next segment of the stream is, what additional props did I buy? Yeah! Yeah, I've heard Rochburns. That's just very expensive here. Well, I mean, not when they're these are cheap. Little ducks. I thought these would be bigger. Little ducks. For a plan. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Yeah. There's something else, right? Oh yeah, I bought more dolls. Never mind. It was just the ducks. It was just the ducks, everybody. Maddie, if I want to do paintings like this, I need props. Why are you being such a narc? All right. Okay. We all ready to get back in on this? They get more dolls too. Because I ordered some new brushes. Yeah, I will, Maddie. Thank you for that. How you doing, Jack Lantern? Well, this little guy's a bit of a bastard. Alright, don't trust him as far as you can throw him. Actually, no, trust him a lot less. Yeah, less than that. A lot less than that, Jack Lantern. Alright. Or else he'll come for you. Or else he'll come for you. And the mannequin. And Ricardo's behind there in the shadows, but he's just still... Boy, does he have a problem.
Tonight. You.
Oh my God, Jack Lantern, what are you planning? You sick man, or sick person. I don't know if you're a man or a woman. You sick person. Whom are you coming? I don't know anymore, Dia. You're sick! As you should. As you should, Rochburns. I want to be called spaghetti. Oh, Jesus Christ, Gibsmo. Am I sitting in the attic? Kind of. It is a floor in my condo. It is the upper floor though of the building. Yeah, it's a loft. See, you could, here, see, that's like the ceiling. It used to be an old school building. Good, Gibsmo, good. You get it. You understand. Interesting, Ratchburns. Do you ever watch Metalocalypse? Of course. I've watched it multiple times. And I've listened to the album, for the last episode. What is it called? The Doomstar Requiem. I've listened to that album like 50 times. Love that album. Metalocalypse is a great show. We got him, everybody. We got Jack Lantern, everybody. Pizza party. That's a pizza party. Good work, everybody. Great suggestions in the meeting, Mudworks. Great suggestions. That's 2 liters of RC Cola and a Lean Cuisine cheese pizza for everybody to share. No, Sashi, we're still on one Lean Cuisine cheese pizza. Well, that's for next. It's for next week, Yambari. Times is tough. Times is tough. We're Lean Cuisine people now. Nope, only 2 regular RC Colas. And I'm not even going to put out any Dots pretzels. Those are mine. Yeah, we can't afford Little Caesars anymore. Absolutely not, Rochburns. The music in the Doomstar Requiem Jack Lantern is so great. I mean, the music in Metalocalypse in general is just fantastic. No, this is the pizza party because you subbed, okay? So obviously you're gonna have to say a toast with little Dixie cups of like paper Dixie cups that we use for the RC Cola. So we all know how much soda you're drinking. So, you know, we know who's going up there a bunch of times. It's more of a social experiment. I believe my dream true, and I never thought I had a family but my family is you. The chicken pot pie, 3 of my favorite things. That's pretty good. What an asshole. How do you only fold 4? As somebody who's folded thousands of dumplings for other people, how dare they? How dare he? What a fucker. Probably not, Rochburns. Don't get me wrong, I prefer Mexican Coca-Cola, but it's not, you know, they're not going to change shit. It was said by a senile man who has no real way to make that change happen. That is weird too, Sashi. Yeah, name, Sashi. I bet it was Greenbag. It's never Greenbag. Was he one of those guys? Like, was he like was he like sexist in the kitchen? What an a-hole. Yeah, that kind of sounds like he read the game. I bet that guy read the game. Why? Because they just get in the way of everything? I believe. So is he just doing it for free meals then? Probably. So much red. I'm not gonna bother cleaning up that color, because I'll just go over it next time. On the next episode of I'm Painting Badly. I believe. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe. Yeah, yeah. That does sound annoying. What am I doing? Sounds very annoying. It's true. Jack Lantern, you got the Doomstar Requiem stuck in my head. I can't believe this is really happening to me. You're my yeah, you shouldn't be. I haven't listened to it in a bit. But I had periods where I would listen to it regularly at work and stuff like that in the car. I don't know the names of their songs, but I guarantee you I've heard it. Does that need to... No. Oh, fuck. Ah, beans. And not to say that there is... Yeah, there's definitely a crapshoot element to it. It depends. I think Roch Burns, I think it definitely does help. But you, like, you know, you still have to have some social awareness, or most of the time, or at least to have continued success. But I do agree with you in general. Yeah, I think that's more the case, Mud, just in general. Outside of, I'd say, like, the intentional thirst trap, like social media I don't know how much that matters. But I'm sure there's, like, you know, conventionally attractive people on Instagram who aren't, like, getting the followers like others do as well. So it probably does all just kind of relate to something singularly like that. Agreed. Like, could you imagine if those Japanese businessmen never found my oily fans? Actual thunder. I'm followed around by I'm perpetually followed around by a black cloud. I'm like the Eeyore of northern Illinois. Yep, thank you. I was cursed by a witch in the woods. A tragic, terrible story. Oh, was it? I find a house in the woods. What do? You try and eat the house, of course. Alright? That's what we're supposed to do when you find a house in the forest. So I start eating this house. Lo and behold, a witch lives there, alright? Witch lives there. They're like, get out of my house. You're sick, gross. So then I got in my car and I hit them with my car. Okay? And then lo and behold, they curse me. I've been followed around by a black cloud ever since. You'd have a lot of nickels. No, I didn't hit the home with my car. I hit the witch with my car. So dying breath, I got cursed. Dying breath, I got cursed with a black cloud. That is also from another curse. That is another curse why I respawn. I've hit a lot of people who are capable of magic with my car. All right, we'll just leave it at that, okay? Let's just say I've hit 117 people who are capable of placing curses on another human being. Let's just say they had it coming. Hi, Willow. Well, because I thought it was candy, of course, Dia. Jeez. How many houses have you been to in the woods that weren't candy? Not that I'm aware of. But, you know, if I'm at, like, you know, if I'm driving past a, like, con, and I see a Gandalf, oh, they're getting hit by a car. On accident, of course. On accident. Mine's just made out of wood. And stone. Concrete. So did I ingest a lot of wood, stone, and concrete on that day? Yes. About 15 pounds worth. But I just assumed that, you know, that candy didn't taste that good. Eatable concrete? So, yeah. That's why, Mud, yep. That's why I just poop water and blood. Because they haven't gotten the concrete out of there. Well, I did. I did. I know, because their family tried suing me for the amount of materials that came up in the court case. But then their entire family got mysteriously hit by a car. And the case was dropped. It came up in the court case. That's how I know. So it was a tragic accident. Obviously. I mean, who would have expected 40 people to get hit by a car? Individually, in individual events, I should say. 40 different people getting hit by cars in individual events. Who would have thought that was possible? That's the sign, Yambari. I always thought of a joke, like a skit of like a mafia hitman who insists on killing people with dropping pianos on them. I always thought that was a funny concept. It'll be over my dead body, Jack Lantern. I always thought that would be funny though. A hitman just planning these intricate ways to kill people with pianos. You're goddamn right, Jack Lantern. But as somebody who has mastered the art of murdering with a piano, good luck trying to get me. This is my dream come true, and I never thought I'd have a friend nothing. Well, that's like, it was like an old joke from a movie, Roch Burns, where it's like, you know, a piano falls on somebody and kills them. Like, that's like an old trope that was not even like, I don't even know if it's appropriate to call it a trope, but it was in the zeitgeist of like comedy movies at some point. Like, I think dating back to like the 30s. Like a Buster Keaton type thing. Yeah. So like, I was just thinking like there was just a mobster who just insisted, a mafia hitman, who just insists on killing people with a piano. Very into movie trivia. Do we want to do movie trivia, everybody? We haven't done movie trivia in a bit. Oh, you want some movie trivia? We'll test it out. We'll see. Yeah, you are here forever now because I ask tough questions. Sometimes we do word association, name that film. I'm double checking something really quickly. There we go. All right. First one. I wouldn't say obscure horror. I would not say obscure. I'd just say horror. But we can go into obscure horror. Or, all right, pervert. Guilty as charged, Mud. Fair enough, Jack Lantern. First question. This is an easy one. Very easy. Who did the voice of Chucky, the killer doll? Who did the voice of Chucky the Killer Doll? We could do food and fashion trivia. And there it is. Roch Burns gets it right. Brad Dourif. You get a point, Roch Prince. Next question. Did Mark Hamill did the last one? Brad Dourif did a ton of them, though. So the answer I was looking for is Brad Dourif. Mudworks, Brad Dourif is Grima Wormtongue in Lord of the Rings. A really, really great actor. You don't remember Grima Wormtongue? He was also in The Exorcist 3, which is one of the best movies ever made. Okay. Next question. Let's go with... Well, I mean, that's easy. That's easy. I'm listen, I think of good trivia, okay? I don't just like look up random bullshit ass trivia. I come up with this at the top of my head. But I have to think of it. All right, what common mistake? So there are several horror movies that take place in the Midwest, or franchises that take place in the Midwest and the East Coast. What common mistake shows up in films that take place, or these horror films that take place in the Midwest or the East Coast? So I'm saying is, something gets shown a lot in films that take place in the Midwest and East Coast. There it is. Palm trees. Palm trees show up in Nightmare on Elm Street. Shows up in Halloween. And in like the first Halloween, they have an outdoor school, which is not a thing in the Midwest. Go back, like almost every major franchise really fucks that one up quite a bit. All right, next question. Good job, bud. I've never asked that question before, too. All right. Next question. We could do movies word association. Yeah, that's not a thing in the Midwest at all, Sashi. All right, so now we're going to do word association. I'm going to say words to give clues for a movie. Figure it out. Figure it out, as they say in the biz, okay? Exactly. So, for example, if let's say I was choosing the movie The Avengers, let's just say the original Avengers, and I could say, so I'd give clues like, comic, or like comics for one. I might say Banner for Bruce Banner and the Hulk. And then I'll say that until I've given enough or all that I could give. And then if people get it right, they get a point. So let's do all right. First clue, Crystal. Crystal. Right, exactly. Or Robert Downey Jr. I was trying to think of another Robert Downey Jr. movie that people would know, and I could only think of Hail Caesar. The Dark Crystal. Incorrect. City Slickers. Nope. Next clue. Next clue is survivalist. You guys might be upset at this one. We'll see. Nope. Not Indiana Jones. Princess Bride. Nope. Next clue. Franchise. Steven Universe, no. Rambo, nope. Power Rangers, the movie, nope. Oh, what did 10 Cloverfield Lane? No, but that's actually a surprisingly good guess. How you doing, Emilia? I'm doing all right. There was somebody that was already very close. So I'm going to say sequel. Sequel. The Descent? Nope. Rambo 2? Nope. I need specifics. Specifics! When I say sequel, I need specifics. Friday the 14th. Yeah, but it's not Friday the 13th. There are other movies in that franchise. Saturday the 14th, nope. Freddy versus Jason, nope. Jason X, nope. God, you guys don't know your Jason franchise, do ya? I'm gonna get it out of somebody. There it is. Roch Burns gets it right with part 2. Part 2. Arguably the best one in the franchise. In that one, Jason survives a drowning, turns into like a survivalist who kills people around. It's not like supernatural Jason. God damn it. God damn it. It was the first Jason movie. Well, he wears a bag over his head in that one. And he's like a survivalist. It's weird. But it was that, like, I appreciate the original idea. All right, next movie. Next movie. Oh, that looks like shit. Let's go with... What would be a good movie that'll piss everybody off? Good Jack Lantern. Good. Jason versus Part 2. There's never too much, Mud. Never too much. Oh, God. That one could be offensive. Yeah, I'll avoid that one. Not a chance, Mud. Just, Mud, it will all work out in the end when you Goodwill Hunting somebody. I don't know how you don't see this. Oh yeah, we shouldn't even talk about that film because that film is genuinely disturbing and a little bit too edgelordy to be respected, I think. A little edgelordy that one is. No. There's a film where an aborted fetus turns into a monster and kills people, and I couldn't remember the name of it, but I knew it was too obscure that people, yeah, what the fuck was the name of that film? No, it's not Basket Case. Basket Case was the one where it's conjoined twins. No, it had a weird name. And I think it was just like a one word. No, not Bad Milo. Fucking A. It had a cool monster prop in it. Dear God, the Suckling? I think it was a Suckling. That's it. I think it was a Suckling. It's Alive was just a killer baby, not an aborted fetus. So It's Alive, that's where they give birth to the baby and it kills all the doctors. But in the Suckling, it's an aborted fetus that turns into a monster. It's Alive is fun. Alien Prometheus. Sorry, Amelia. Okay, let me think of a film. Damn it, let me think. All right, let's go with... All right. We'll see. First clue is Mortal Kombat. Super 8, nope. Bloodsport, nope. Marriage! Nope, not that. Street Fighter, nope. Next clue is Saturday Night Live. Come at me, nerds. Superstar, nope. Highlander? No. Who in Highlander is Saturday Night Live? That doesn't satisfy the Saturday Night Live. But boy, is Clancy Brown so good in Highlander. Oh, lordy, edgelordy. All right, next clue is... What can I do that's not too obvious? Next clue is R.I.P. R.I.P. FNAF? No. And it doesn't always have to be a horror film, just so you know, everybody. Grandma's Boy is no, not it. Nope. It could be any movie. I was gonna do that film one of these days, Dia. Damn it. No. Nobody read what Dia guessed. Deep Rising? Nope. I love that movie too, Fugu. That movie's fun. Harriet. Sweet Harriet. That's the one film that, like, somebody who was a poet by profession seemed like they actually could make money off of it. Jingle All the Way. Nope. Woman. Deep Rising. Nope. All right, next clue. I'm gonna say aged poorly. Aged poorly. Some elements of this have definitely aged poorly. Any Chevy Chase movie? Good point, Dia. No, this is not a Chevy Chase film. All right, next clue. We're only gonna do one more. Blues Brothers, no. We'll do one more clue. Kung Fu Fighting. Not at the Roxbury, nope. Not Monster House, nope. There it is. Emilia gets it right. Cassina Daydream. Cassini Daydream. Beverly Hills Ninja. Starring Chris Farley. That is true. Yeah, you should have known this. This might even be count as colluding. Chris Farley plays a man, an orphan raised in a monastery. Gets sent to Beverly Hills. And does some stuff. There you go, Jack Lantern. You're gonna learn a lot here. Whether you like it or not. Next question. Oh, do I remember enough of this film? I hate when I kind of like, I have a good idea for a film, but I don't remember enough of the plot points. Ugh. So I Married an Axe-Murderer. I remember that film well. No, we'll skip on that one. Boom. Boom. Head, move. I was gonna do People Under the Stairs. I couldn't remember enough of that film. Yep. The Conjuring, no. Not a fan of the Conjuring films. Jesus Christ. Todd. God damn. Sometimes it's hard to think of a film. I think I've done this before, and I think people struggled with it, so we're gonna do it again. All right, first clue is investigation. Baywatch the movie? I guess, yeah, I had to investigate that. X-Files, nope. The Fourth Kind, no, I haven't seen that one. The Naked Gun, no. Reno 911, Miami. Remember we saw that in theaters as a family? Point Break, nope. Next clue. Next clue we'll do foot ritual. Foot ritual. Good luck with that one. Kind of less gross and grosser than you think. I mean, it's not really that gross. Kill Bill, nope. Jaws, nope. You have my attention. No Country for Old Men, nope. Alive and Still Exterminating, nope. Next clue, Terrible Parents. Terrible Parents. Cinderella, nope. Meet the Fuckers, nope. All right, now here's the big clue. All right, here's the big clue, everybody. Let's see. Get ready, everybody. This is the big clue. Everybody ready to type? It's going to be a race to the finish from here. Next clue is Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon. Pride and Prejudice. Good burger, no. How does people... okay, all right. I remember things from this film that other people don't. Fairly Odd Parents? No, it's a movie. This is a movie. Pride and Prejudice. Okay. I enjoyed that as an answer. Anything else? No, this was a movie. This was a movie. How dare you question my integrity? You're stumped. All right, next clue is bird cages. Antropy Poor Friend. Not Hocus Pocus. Yeah. I don't know, Todd. don't think it all fits. I don't recall the foot ritual. Hi, Pickles. We've talked about this film on stream before. Pulp Fiction, nope. All right, I'm gonna reveal it. I don't think anybody has. Wunderpark, nope. I'm gonna reveal it in 10, 8, 6, 4. Holy shit, Gunnar Lost gets it right. Oh my god, in the countdown. Harriet the Spy is correct. Can't believe you all forgot that. Do we call the foot ritual now? Thank you, Dio. Harriet the Spy. Yep, and they like press, they cut, like they cut their feet and press them together. Yeah. It was actually kind of an interesting movie that I recall. I haven't seen it in a long time. But it was like oddly a heavy film. I actually don't recall Rosie. I remember the poor kid and his dad. Rosie O'Donnell was there? Okay. God. Yep, it had the orange VHS, Gunner. It had the orange VHS. All right, next film. We're liable to do any film I feel compelled to do at any given moment, everybody. So be aware. Be aware. All right. Oh, we're in ads. Let's wait for ads. We're waiting for ads. We're also calling it here. This is enough for a block in. I'm running out of certain paints. So we'll sit around, do more some trivia, eat some pretzels. Yeah, let's put the brushes away. No worries, Jack. Sometimes you don't want to do it. Well, no worries. I have some, so I actually made some a little bit ago. Wait, I got it. So we're all stocked up. We're all chubbed up over here, Gunner. We're all chubbed up here with paint. Imagine if I try to walk that off like it wasn't just like a boner reference. Yeah, I had like no paint left over here. So you use ultramarine violet that much, huh? Interesting. Have you played around with ultramarine blue and quinacridone? Or do you just feel like the weakness of it is beneficial? All right, let's think of another film. Jesus Christ, Todd. It practically is. Weakness is beneficial to you. All right, let's think of another film. What's a good one here? Malort could be interesting. I could twerk on chat if you'd rather. As long as it's not, you're not making anyone uncomfortable, it's allowed. In mixing, I agree, but like you have so much direct control over that with water. I see. Just the simplicity of it. All right. God, what's a good film for all you fuckers? Okay, all right, first clue. Is I'm gonna say disgusting and deplorable. Home Alone. I didn't agree with you on that one. No shit. Wow, we are siblings. Emilia gets the point. Emilia gets the point. Oh my god. That's a psychic link right there. Yeah, 2 points for first clue, yeah. The correct answer was Garbage Pail Kids. Oh, gotcha. Well, have you seen Garbage Pail Kids? Because honestly, as somebody who's watched a lot of dumb and terrible things, I could not watch Garbage Pail Kids. And not to mention, they also tortured like a ton of little people making that. But there is also the benefit of getting them work. However, I don't know. We won't get into that. But it's an awful film. It's really bad. All right. Next film. Okay. We're gonna say first clue is remake. Remake. Batman. Nope. I need specifics too. Bloodsport. Nope. If you're gonna say Batman, I need specifics. Prey. Nope. Superman. Nope. Blade Runner. Nope. You're all gonna hate this one. The movie I fucking chose for this. Oh my god. Batman the Dark Knight. No. Godfather 2. Nope. Godfather 2 is not a remake. Casino Royale. Nope. Next clue. Is, I believe this is correct. So we're gonna roll with it. Alice. Alice. And we all know what time it is. Resident Evil, nope. Time to wipe the D. Nope, not Resident Evil. God, you guys are gonna hate what this actually is. The Adventures of Baron Munchausen. Nope. The next clue.
Quit playing with your dinghy.
I will not. The next clue is hey dude. Hey dude. I'm gonna wipe this D. It's a Robert Eggers film. Alice in Borderland. Oh my god. This is disgusting. Come on, guess it. Remake Alice. Hey dude. Oh, this is sick. You all disgust me. Oh my god. Can't believe I do this live every time. It's wiping my D live and uncensored. The audacity. Multitasker true. Okay. All right, D has been wiped. Let's continue with trivia. And where are my pretzels? Right there. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake? Nope. Next clue. This could be wrong too. I'm taking a couple chances with some unsure clues. Next clue is horse statue. Horse statue. Oh no, I'm just eating some pretzels. We normally just end it and I rate out after that. But I want to do some trivia. Oh my god, he's so good. Oh, it's so good. I never had him before, like a few days ago. It's so good. Any other clues? I got honey mustard and barbecue downstairs, but I started off with the original. All right, last clue I'm gonna give. Last clue I'm gonna give is... I'm gonna give 2 more clues to end it. The first clue is the number 6. And the last clue is talent show. Secretariat, nope. Amelia, I know you've seen this one. What Hot American Summer? Nope. Back to the Future? Nope. Yeah, I couldn't make out any. Little Rascals? Nope. The Pink Panther? Nope. We're gonna give it 15 more seconds. Just for Gunnar Lost to guess it again. 10. 9. It's never Debbie Does Dallas. 8. Tombstone, nope. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Not Indian in the Cupboard. I used to see that all the time in the VHS commercials. The answer is the Brady Bunch movie. Shut up, Jack Lantern. Oh my god. How do you guys not get that? I know you've seen it. We've probably watched it together. So it revolved around them breaking like a horse statue. John Boy. Yeah, I believe so. Hey Dude was for the woman, Ben Stiller's wife, who was in Dodgeball. She was in Hey Dude, who played Marsha. God, what a pull on my end. Alice was the name of the maid. 6 kids in the Brady Bunch family. Talent show. The story culminated with a talent show. What else was it? Remake, obviously. Can't believe you guys didn't get that one. It had to be done, bud. It had to be done. It's a bit cruel, but you never know. What can I say? I saw that film a bunch when I was a kid. And we're done here? Yeah, let's end it on that. I want you all to bask in how I just beat you all in trivia. With like 7 clues. Hot damn. God, these pretzels are good. I can win in trivia, Jack Lantern. Yeah, the pretzels are the prize here. All right, let's find somebody ready. All right, next stream won't be till Wednesday. Unfortunately, next stream won't be till Wednesday. Because I'm working the next 4 days. Shut up, Maddie. But then after that, we'll probably do this. I don't think we'll fit. I think this is going to be a 3 streamer because there's a lot of complexity down here. So, yeah, I'll try. I mean, it's over. The work is over after this, so. So yeah, we'll find somebody to raid. Basically, that's exactly it. Yeah. Outside of my living costs, it's just buy props. The Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. Oh my God. Who's on? That's the way we became the Brady Bunch. Oh God. I love when we got a good controversial pick for the trivia. Because what was the other one that I thought was going to be more controversial was Exorcist 2. When I used Inception as a clue. I thought people were going to be pissed off about that one. All right, we're going to raid. We haven't raided the Next in a long time. Or Princess PJs. Anyone, Princess PJs or the Next? Fair enough. Good answers, everybody. We're going to raid Princess PJs. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Won't see you till Wednesday. If you have any questions, go to the Discord. Have a good night, y'all. Ciao, Emily. We need to talk soon about going to the museum. I'll do my best, Pickles. What else? Hi, Silvergrains. Greenbag, I'll see you in hell. Silvergrains. Yeah, if anybody needs anything, check out the Discord. Paints for sale. Blah, 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 blah. Originals for sale. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my god! Sneak attack. Wait, hold on. We're gonna end on this. I wish I could slow this down. There you go. Alright, everybody. I just want you to burn this into your head right now, okay? Remember this when you're trying to fall asleep. And imagine a little tap, tap, tap on your door. That this guy's behind. Okay? Just think about that while you're going to sleep tonight. Tap, tap, tap.